Yeah, Wi-Fi fail. So sorry about that. But I'll just go through them real quick. So LumaGator, this is a project that is a Mozilla AI project, and what it's trying to do is give developers a way to simplify their AI model selection. So so the blog kind of describes it. They're looking to release it early next year. And right now they're really needing folks to come in and help with just initial feedback and to help test and things like that. So if this is a project that looks interesting to you, please do just jump on board. There's a channel in the Mozilla AI Discord dedicated to the project, and it seems like a really cool initiative. And then the next one is Odin. So this is the Gen AI bug bounty program, and they just recently launched um, a like the actual submit a vulnerability like portal, which is really cool. So they've been awarding bounties for different severity levels of vulnerabilities, and that's been really interesting to see. There's some very sort of cracked security researchers working on in this space, and yeah, look forward to seeing just more bounties awarded. And they're also active on X and in the Discord. So that's Odin. And then the next one that I want to talk about is the Builders cohort. So we recently launched a accelerator for local AI projects. And I wanted to extend a special invite to those in the audience here. If you'd like to come to our demo day, I have limited slots to attend, but anybody here, just DM me if you're in San Francisco for December
Recording in
Thank you
5th.
so much for
progress.
joining our
That
webinar
is
today
when
on our new
we'll have the
OpenAI
demo day, and
O1
it's going to be
reasoning
a lot of
models. I'm
fun. We have
Victoria.
kind of a science fair like setup, so the projects will have their own kind of science fair booths, and you'll just be able to go chat with them, and it's a great place. We're inviting a lot of sort of folks pushing open source AI and this concept of public AI. Um, so yeah, let me know. This is the exclusive invite for the open interpreter community. Yeah, welcome to DM me there. Finally, we have our ecosystem projects. So these are projects that we sponsor that we feel are just going to help push the ecosystem generally forward. I think it's very much in line with the work Open Interpreter is doing and Homebrew and these other kind of groups. But the first one I want to talk about is SQLite Beck, and I linked to their repository there. Alex Garcia, the maintainer there, is just doing a fantastic job of just supporting the community around that project. I just saw like they have there's now like a Dart Flutter integration somebody just put together, um, and yeah, very cool stuff happening there. And then of course Llama which is running LLMs in a single executable. And so that's kind of the basic rundown of and thanks Mike for screen sharing for me. But that's kind of the basic rundown of what's going on at Mozilla right now. So yeah, I'd love to have like any questions or anything. Oh yeah, wants to educate on what Mozilla is. Yeah, that's a good that's a good starting point. Maybe I should have started there. But Mozilla, let me pull up. There's a great link I can send you there. So Mozilla's been around for 26 years or so. And we're most famous for the Firefox browser, which is an open source browser that you may have heard of. About maybe 200 million users or so right now. And we also do a lot of work in policy and around creating a healthier internet. And Mozilla, I work for the company side, but Mozilla is a little bit unique in that our only shareholder is a nonprofit, the Mozilla Foundation. So Firefox sits on the company side, but the interesting part is, as a company, we could make $0, and as long as we are demonstrating that we are furthering our mission of creating a healthier internet, the steering committee will be very happy with us. So, we do. So it's a kind of a weird company setup and irregular, but I think that's what I personally like working there. Um, so yeah, Firefox Nightly, thank you.
So we are multitasking.
Yeah, and
There's
let
too
me.
much
Oh,
going
sorry,
on at once.
I promised you a link
And
there
also
too. But it's
want to cover
Mozilla
the WorldCoin
org, and
keynote too.
here's sort of our mission and our manifesto. It's all there for you. Yeah, switch to your 5G. Yeah, and hopefully I'm coming in okay.
Yeah, I mean, loud and clear. No, I've been a huge fan of
Great.
Mozilla for ages now, and even the more recent editions, I've been a huge fan of Llama File, where Justine Tunney put out something really amazing, and even having it expand to Whisper File. If people aren't familiar, the Llama File and Whisper File are executables that work cross-platform. So if I run on my Mac, you can run under Windows, someone else can run under Linux, and it gives you the ability to package up an LLM as an executable, as a file. So I actually have a little thumb drive here that has a whole bunch of llama files on it. So I can just go
Hell
out
yeah.
on a trip
I love
or
that.
even just moving over to a Raspberry Pi
Nice job,
and bring
Mike.
the LLM with it. So I don't have to worry about re-downloading or anything. Just pop it in and then you can run it. Has a good CLI interface. Justine recently updated it, so encourage you to check that out.
There we go.
But llama files are one of those things where it's
All right,
improving
chat's up.
the ability for people to share and distribute open source LLMs. So we don't want things like reach to be an issue, and Justine's efforts have been massive in that regard.
Yeah, and that's one area Mozilla's really focused on with in respects to AI is making it as accessible as possible, and then we want it to be something that's shaped by a community of people and really human in the loop, instead of it being this like a single corporation that dominates all. So,
Yes.
so a lot of the efforts around that is focused on that, and Mozilla definitely can't do it alone. So yeah, that's why I'm very much a fan of groups
They
like Open
can't.
Interpreter
They need your help.
and Homebrew and these sorts of organizations, because I feel like it all meshes well and works well together. Hugging Face, so yeah, so that's another reason why I'm really happy to be here with you all, and I see a lot of familiar faces here, which is good, because yeah, it can't be a single um, initiative by Mozilla that drives all this progress, and obviously it won't be, but so yeah, it takes a collaboration.
Yeah, and if you haven't checked out the Mozilla AI Discord, highly recommend you do. There's a lot of good talks on there on a pretty regular
I do
basis.
need to get in there, I think.
Authors of papers, creators of open source projects, they'll all get in there, give a little spiel, a lot of back and forth engagement, which is exciting. And yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat here who are like the same people that show up there, which is awesome to see the engagement. And just to clarify any possible confusion, because I know I had this initially, Homebrew is actually an AI lab based out of Singapore, I believe, and they're the ones that came out with Jan, the AI inference desktop app that a lot of people have been using. And Homebrew has been wanting to expand beyond Jan. They recently came out with, I forget the name of it, Matt, the voice
Yeah,
model,
Ichigo,
Ichigo.
Oh, really?
Ichigo, which is a strawberry in Japanese, right?
Oh, there we go. Got to keep the memes going. But
Yeah,
they've been doing a lot of great work, and definitely encourage people to check them out. I think I covered in the first episode of tool use. So it's been one of those things where seeing the evolution of open source groups be able to collaborate with each other and come out with really cool products is it's very inspiring because like you said, we don't want the major corporations to be able to have a complete stranglehold on this, and if we can do our open source part, so be it.
exactly. And yeah, and Nicole and Daniel over there at Homebrew and Jan, and I recently saw the OpenAI Jan sort of integration. I just saw the demo, and that looked awesome. So yeah, I'd love to see that. And I think the more we get together, the happier we'll be. To quote my son's favorite song.
Love it. Does anyone have any questions? Want to hop up on stage? Anything, curious about the Builders Initiative or Lumigator? Any of these things?
Oh, and one more thing I wanted to mention. So what I'll do from time to time as well is sometimes the foundation or somebody will have something, some good opportunity, uh, or some kind of freebie, and I like to try to share that with folks as well. Like just the other day, our global engagement officer on the foundation had these free codes for a tech, uh what's it, like a tech stewardship program, and so we gave away like we had 7, and I think she had to go back and get more because like I announced it and like we instantly had like 10 people wanting slots, and I think that was like a 500 Canadian dollar program that we just were able to give for free. So I love looking for things like that, and I actively will search for those for us. So yeah, that's another anytime I can find something like that for us, it's nice. So I do look for those opportunities.
And speaking of freebies, I know Anton posted in the off-topic channel not that long ago that he got a little tote bag from Mozilla. So
Oh, nice. Yeah.
spreading the love, spreading the swag.
Yes, yes. Any opportunity to get swag to our community members too. I'm actively involved in that as a community manager.
Excellent. Just waiting to see if any other questions come through. Yeah, like Anton said, make sure to join the Discord. A lot of good stuff there. And one thing I really like about the Mozilla Discord is you can engage with the people who work on the project. So I know I've had a little chat with Justine Tunney of Llamaphile, and I think AJ Tech Friend did as well. So it's one of those things where it is a community, and you're able to get that high engagement and be able to actually interact with these projects to help contribute.
Yeah, that's a real draw of the community. I think is you get that direct maintainer access, and they're pretty good about checking and supporting folks there. So yeah, definitely take advantage of that. Love to see that.
Well, Matt, really appreciate you stopping by and sharing all the links, so we're able to do a little follow up. Besides people joining the Mozilla Discord, was there anything that you wanted to promote? Anything you think people should follow up on?
Yes, actually, yeah. If you want to bounce any ideas for me or anything that you think, if you have a grassroots kind of tech in real life meetup organization, reach out to me because I am putting together a proposal right now that looks to unlock budget for these sort of smaller meetups because I think it's important to promote them. So if you have any examples of that or anything I could use in my proposal, I really appreciate your help. And then hopefully next year we'll have some budget for those meetups.
Love it. And just to build upon that, when I was able to meet you for the first time, one of the other people, Julia, who you introduced me to, she introduced me to the Human Feedback Foundation, an organization based in Toronto that's working on making sure that AI development is done in a human-centric manner. And it's just the network effects. And there's something about meeting up in real life and actually getting the face-to-face time that's really going to help strengthen these relationships and improve these collaborations. So any initiative like little meetup like that will help bring people together and move the entire industry forward. So yeah, if you have any ideas, please reach out to Matt because I would love to see more of these meetups. I live so rural, I don't get to meet up with too many people, so I got to travel a fair bit. But if you live close to me and have that opportunity, please take advantage of it.
Yeah, please do. And I want to echo the IRL meetups. Yeah, I think it just does so much to build trust and just kind of gain that shared understanding. So yeah, that's why this proposal, I want to really encourage that and sort of, if you could help me make it a better proposal, I would really appreciate that with your examples and your groups.
For sure. Actually, we had a question come through from Peanut. Does Mozilla assist other nonprofits in progressing their tech security and privacy or any other ways? I know that Firefox is one of the more privacy-centric browsers, but Matt, are you familiar with any other initiatives?
Yeah, there's definitely too much going on for me to keep track of in that space. So I'll have to follow up. Maybe I can post and ask and solicit for examples in some of our internal channels. Because yeah, Mozilla has a lot of different sort of activities going on, and it's impossible for me to keep up with everything. But yeah, I can get back to you, Peanut, on that.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, before we let Matt go to his back to his sunny day, does anyone else have any other questions?
Thanks,
Right
all,
on.
for having me. Really appreciate just giving me the time to come in and yeah, keep in touch and DMs are open.
Love it. So yeah, you heard that, folks. If you have an idea for in real life meetup, reach out to Matt. If you want to learn more about their Builders program or some of the other initiatives from Mozilla, check out the Discord server or some of the links that Matt shared. And really excited to keep this relationship going and seeing what else we can build together. Thanks, everyone.
Take care.
Woo woo. Does anyone else want to come up and chat or anything? The live stream's done, so now it's just hanging out. Not. Probably get back to work. Got some demos to do.
Boop. Gotta go. This is recording, but we'll do this. The WorldCoin one sounds more interesting.